Begin charging.
Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the DreameTech D9 robotic vacuum cleaner and mop. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. You can see how it comes packaged to you right here in a very nice retail box. We can see it from all different sides and angles. If you look at the back side, you can learn more about this vacuum cleaner. Again, it is a 2-in-1 robotic vacuum cleaner, so we get vacuuming and mopping. We also get 3000 PA strong suction. That's about twice the suction power of your typical budget robotic vacuum cleaner. This uses LDS laser navigation, so you can learn more about that right there, right on the retail box. This also features up to 150 minutes runtime with a built-in 5200 milliamp hour high capacity battery, and it's suitable for pet hair, carpet, and hard floors. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all our package contents. First up, we have your user guide and manual, followed by your quick start guide. Then you can see we have our charging base right here. You can see it from all different sides and angles. Then you can see we have our side brush. We have our power cord for the charging base. We have our mop attachment right here. So you can see that with instructions how to use it. Then last but not least, we have the vacuum cleaner itself right here. Let's go ahead and let's look at that in more detail. Looking at the top of the vacuum first, you can see we have our Lidar navigation. We have 3 buttons at the top. We have our spot, our power, and our docking button. We have our Robot Vacuum D9 right here labeled for us clearly with the Dreame logo and branding. We can flip open the cover to reveal the dustbin right here with instructions on how to use, empty, and clean the filter. You can see the inside of it. We also have our built-in cleaning tool right here, reset button, and Wi-Fi status indicator light. We can look at it from the front. You can see we have a docking sensor right here. We can rotate it around, so we have our sensors on the side. So this is our edge sensor right there. Also, be sure to remove these before use. That will enable our collision buffer to start working. We can look at it from the back side and from the other side. Same thing, we got to remove this for the collision buffer right there. And then we can flip it over so we can look at it from the back side right here. We have a lot of features to go over. First up, you can see our omnidirectional wheel, our charging contacts. We have our cliff sensors right here. You can see them along the sides. We have our side brush attachment right here. You can see the sweeper itself and our wheels. Pay attention to the wheels and how their treads are. So you can see we have a lot of grip and a lot of depth to the treads right there. But we got our main brush. You can see how everything looks. We have more product information right here for you as well. And then you have some warnings to follow. Be sure to reference the instruction guide and user manual before use. Now let's go ahead, let's finish setting this up. To finish setup, let's go ahead, let's install the side brush. So line up the square, gently push it in place like you see right here. Now we have successfully installed the side brush. Let's go ahead, let's install the mopping module as well. Pay attention to the 2 slots and our contacts right there. So you can see we have the slots and the contacts right here. So go ahead, line everything up gently and just push in place. You will see that it snapped firmly in place. If you need to release it, go ahead. You can push the buttons on both sides to depress and then pull the attachment back out. But in this case, let's leave it attached for now. And the last thing we have to do is remove both of the foam pads on the side. So you can see that one just fell out for us. And now we have the other side as well. We need to remove that foam pad too. And now our collision buffer is ready to be used. As you can see right there, we now have the give for it to properly press into objects as it navigates all around our house for cleaning. Now let's go ahead, let's get the mobile app installed and finish setup. So just go ahead, tap on the item you want to look at its settings. In this case, we're doing the Dreame Robot Vacuum D9. You can see we got our battery charging indicator right there, our cleaning area and our clean time. We have our map So you can see a map of my house right here. It does a really detailed job building this map out for you. So we have a lot of settings to go over. First, let's start in the top right-hand corner. Let's select those 3 dots. Now we can view more information like our device settings right here. So you can see the different options that we have. We have a carpet boost. We have resume cleanup, do not disturb mode, and mop cleaning as well. So we have all those settings right there. Schedule cleanup, so we can set a schedule. We can choose which days of the week and what time we want it to clean up. And what option do we want? So what cleaning mode, what suction power. We got 4 to choose from. So you can see that. And then our water level setting for mopping, low, medium, or high. So we have full customization right there. Then you can see we have a cleaning history, so we can load our cleaning data. Then we can go back. Then we have our service schedule. So there you go. You can see we can learn more about the filter, the side brush, and the main brush and what we need to do. We can go back. Device name, location management. We can share the vacuum cleaner if we want. Smart scenes. So we could make some smart scenes, maybe with some other Xiaomi compatible app devices. We can update the firmware, help and feedback. We have more settings right here too, so you can see different options. Then we have a locate my vacuum mop. Let's go ahead, let's select that.
The robot is here.
And that's it gives us a prompt right there. It says the robot is here.
The robot is here.
So you can keep pressing that if you can't find it, and then you can walk around your house and hopefully you can hear it. We can delete the device as well. So that's all of our device settings right there. The map is really cool that we can look at right now. So you can see we have a map settings icon near the top right-hand corner of the actual map image. We can select that and we can manage our map. So you can see we have an area editor and a reset the map. Let's select area editor right here. So we can merge, divide, and rename the map. So if you select merge, select 2 adjacent areas to merge. We have A, B, and C right there. We could do that. Divide. Please select one area to divide. If you want to make, like if I want to break up C into 2 other areas, we could do that right there. And there you go. You can see now we can tweak it, how we want to divide it right there. We can also rename. So we can choose what do we want an area to be called. So we can rename things. So if we selected A, we can choose an area. So there's A, and we could say, hey, that's bathroom. There we go. We got the toilet there. So that is our bathroom. So you can see that we could rename it if we want. So a couple different options right there to edit our map, which is cool. And then obviously we could reset it. Then you can see towards the bottom, we can view it by room, all, and zone. So we can choose, here's all, but if we go to room, how many times would you want it to clean? Zone, same thing. And then we have our suction power right there. Again, 4 settings. We can choose that. If we have the mop installed, that will show up on the app as well. We'll do that in a second. Then you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have a couple different options right here. So this is where we can place our virtual walls, our virtual barriers. We can restrict cleaning. We can restrict mopping. So we can put those virtual walls. You can see them right there in red. So we can delete some of those now. We have those on our map. We could do a restricted cleaning area. So say maybe there's a rug or something and you want to restrict an area that maybe it gets stuck on, you could do that. Same thing for mopping. Say maybe you have like half hard floors, hardwood floors, something like that in your house, tile, something along those lines, and then you have some carpet. Maybe you want to restrict the mop as well, so then it doesn't mop on your carpet. You could do that. There we go. You can see the zone right there. Say, oh, this is our bedroom. We have carpet in there. All right, we don't want any of this part of B to be cleaned with the mop. So you have different options. It's really nice to have the virtual barriers right there. We could select the check mark and be done. Then we have our notifications too. So you can select OK. There we go. Now you can see at the right-hand side, we have our charging status right there. You can see we pushed that and then it said charging for us. And then we have our actual cleaning button right there. So there we go. You can see the robot is going to start cleaning for us. And then obviously we could pause that right there from within the app. And then again, since it's not on the charger, we could select charging. And now it's going to make its way back to the dock to charge for us. So we have a lot of different options right there. We have everything within the app all set up, ready to go. And you can see, we'll give it a second. It's going to find its way back home right here. It's spinning around. It's mapping a new area technically. It hasn't seen this area before. But it's going to locate the charger. There we go. Setting a good line for it. And now it's going to make its way back for us. You can see just briefly what it mapped right there, which is pretty cool. Just in that short span. Now it's on the charger. And it's beginning charging. So there we go. You can see that right there. All the settings that we have within the mobile app. Now let's go ahead, let's put the mop attachment on so you can see what additional options we get. Now with the mopping attachment installed, you can see on the map, we now have a new icon towards the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Above our suction option, we now have a little water drop, and we have 3 different settings, basically low, medium, and high. We can adjust for the mop right there, which is pretty cool. So very simple, choose the one you desire. And it's that simple. The vacuum cleaner is smart enough to know when it has the mop attachment installed and when it does not have it attached. And you can see that right there within the mobile app. Now it's time to see the RoboVac in action. So first up, I have it in front of the steepest and most difficult threshold in my house for our wood floors right here. A lot of times RoboVacs can't make it up or they get stuck on it. So let's go ahead. Let's see how the Dreame RoboVac does. We're going to initiate cleaning right now. It's going to start cleaning and we'll see how it handles that threshold when it encounters it. So there we go. It just climbed over it. No issues. It's actually riding right on it. And it doesn't have any issues making it over that threshold. Now it's time for us to do spot cleaning mode. So go ahead, just push the spot button on the vacuum cleaner to initiate that mode. So it'll start to clean this area. So there we go, guys. It just did the spot cleaning for us. So if you paid attention, you could see it found the perimeter first, all along the edges here, and then it went back and forth in a logical pattern to clean the designated area. Now we have the mop installed, and we have it on the lowest setting. Now keep in mind, when you do this, you have to wet the mop first. So make sure you wring it out, or else you'll have wetter spots on the floor like you see right here. And then once it goes for a second, it will start to become a very slow trickle for the mopping. So you can see it's going to find the perimeter right now, work its way around, and then it will mop in a logical, sensical pattern going back and forth along the floor in here. Now I want to show you guys what it's like for it to encounter thick rugs. So my house doesn't have any carpet, but we have this thick shag rug. So you can see how it transitions between the hardwood floor and this very thick shag rug. So let's go ahead, let's start some cleaning for it, and let's see how it does. So as it's making its way into the frame, you can see it's brushing up against it right now, and it's unable to go up the rug because it's so thick. It's hitting the bumper, and it's thinking it's a wall. So it's finding the perimeter of it, you can see, and it's just cleaning up to the rug. It's not actually making its way onto the rug. Just for fun, you can see I put the vacuum cleaner on the shag rug, and it's actually navigating it just fine for how thick the rug is. It's not having any issues. It can go about its course, mapping and cleaning right now, you can see, which is really cool. So if you can get the vacuum on the rug, you'll be okay. Honestly, sometimes it has made its way up on the rug on its own. I'm not really sure how, because you can see I have a really nice and developed map on the mobile app, if you saw that earlier, of this room that's marked B. So clearly it was able to make its way onto the rug on its own in some capacity, but it might be hit or miss because, again, this rug is so thick that it typically triggers that front bumper that it thinks it's a wall or a barrier and it's unable to go any further. So the vacuum cleaner just finished cleaning and mopping my house, so we can go and we can take a look at the results. First up, you can see the mop pad right here, still damp to the touch. It does look discolored, so I can tell it was able to pick up some dirt all around my house right there. We still have probably about half the water left in the tank still, so we could get another cleaning in my house with the water that we still have here. Now we can go ahead, let's open up the back compartment of the vacuum cleaner right there at the top. And we can pull out our dust bin right here. Very dirty and disgusting. So you can see it's pretty much filled to the brim with dirt and debris. Let's very gently open this and you can see everything inside of there. That's disgusting. Look at all the pet hair it picked up. So much pet hair right there. And we got a lot of fine dirt, dust, and debris towards the bottom. So if you can see that right in there. Picked up some heavy objects too. Some food scraps, that sort of thing. A lot of pet hair. Some of my wife's hair too is in there. So you can see all that right there. Really fine dirt and dust as well. So we got a mix of those heavier pieces of gravel and rock. Leaf scraps right there. Some leaves from outside. And then that really fine dirt and dust with the nice filter. So definitely has strong suction to be able to pick up a lot of dirt and debris around your house. So after spending some time using the DreameTech D9 robotic vacuum cleaner, let me share with you guys my final thoughts. First, this vacuum cleaner looks eerily similar to the Roborock S5. They even use the same app. Take it or leave it. Just a very interesting observation that I wanted to point out to you guys. So now I can share some of my favorite features about the D9. First and foremost, the Lidar navigation is top notch. It unlocks so much more usefulness and just a lot better features than your budget end RoboVacs that don't clean in a logical pattern that actually makes sense. They just kind of bump around and respond to obstacles and clean sporadically. This is a logical clean, and it can just navigate a house better because it itself is seeing better. It has better vision. It gives us those great features too, like virtual walls, no mop zones, no clean zones. We can rearrange our rooms. We can just do room cleans, that sort of thing. Very nice features to have thanks to that Lidar navigation. That really makes this vacuum cleaner awesome, and it really gives it just a great user experience, and it just makes it so functional for your house. I also like the design too. I think it's pretty cool. Very simple design, but just kind of feels fancy in a way too. It's a little bit bigger than some other RoboVacs, and I just like the 2-in-1 functionality with the mop. Strong suction, and it's very quiet too. Again, we can adjust the noise level, so to speak, by just adjusting the suction power. So very happy with all the features that we get. It's definitely feature rich at a competitive price point for 2-in-1 integrated mopping and sweeping vacuum cleaners. Now let me share with you guys some of the things I'd like to see improved from this vacuum cleaner in the future, maybe with a revision or a new product altogether. Most have to do with the Xiaomi Home app itself. I feel like the app kind of handicaps the usefulness of this vacuum cleaner. So what I mean by that is the UI isn't the best. You can definitely navigate it just fine, but even trying to adjust some of the stuff on the map, I don't have that fat of fingers, but the scale just seems a little bit off to me when you're trying to do some of that. Also, it doesn't have all the features I was expecting. Like, there's no manual controls. I can't drive the vacuum cleaner around with my phone. I really wish we had that functionality with this vacuum cleaner, especially since a lot of budget RoboVacs have that feature, and they even come with a remote control. I don't care about the remote control so much, but I'd love to be able to have that ability right from my mobile phone. Same with spot cleaning. So we can do spot cleaning right on the vac, but at least at the time of this video, the app doesn't allow for us to be able to activate spot cleaning from the phone. Also, there's no resume cleaning feature that I could find either. Again, it may update in the future, but at least right now, there's no way to have it start cleaning and then when the battery dies, it goes home and then resumes cleaning at that spot. With its advanced mapping, you think it would have that ability, but at least right now in the app, there's no way to set that up. So I just like to see some better map UI, some better map features. Then the only other thing I want to point out with these 2-in-1s is the mop itself is fine, no issues there, but it does leave some streaking when it's done cleaning, so just keep that in mind. They don't recommend using a cleaner, but if I want to play around in the future, I might add some of my own cleaners to this, maybe dilute it with a little bit of dish soap, or I'm thinking using some of my Swiffer wet jet cleaner to mix a solution together to use this. That might help with that issue. Also, it just takes a couple of times to really clean your floors, and then hopefully it's not spreading around dirt or smearing or doing anything like that once it gets in a consistent routine where maybe it's mopping your floors every day so it can clean the dirt faster than you can put it down. But overall, guys, really a solid choice for a 2-in-1 robotic vacuum cleaner. If you're looking for that mopping and the sweeping and you want Lidar navigation with a lot of good, solid app control features. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat. Check out our website and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.